everyone. Today, welcome to activity lesson. Now I brought a globe in here and remind me, what is the globe showing? That's right, the globe is showing lands. And what's the other thing that the globe shows me? That's right, it is the water or the ocean. Now remind me again, how many oceans are on our Earth? That's right, there are 5 oceans, and the largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. And this is the way the Earth was look like. So if you are astronaut outside space and you look down, this is the way our world might look. Now, I want you to find the country America. Yeah, there it is. Today we are going to talk about two very special countries. That is the states of the United States. Now here is Alaska. Alaska is one of the states of the United States, and here is Hawaii. Now Hawaii is almost look like little dots on this globe, right? So this is why Hawaii is special. It is made of many countries. It is made of many islands. So what do you know what an island is? An island means it was completely surrounded by water. It's not connected to anything else. It's not connecting to anything else. Now, if you are on somewhere on the earth and you want to find your home, there might be some directions. Now, stand up and we will do our directions. And we will say our directions. North, south, east, west. Let's do it again. North, south, east, west. Good job. Now, if you want to visit to Alaska, you might go on a really long road, and it might took you a long time because it was a long road. Now let's go and visit it. But before we are going to visit Alaska, there is something I'd like you to see. His name is Otto, and Otto lived in Alaska. And do you think Alaska is a warm place or cold place? That's right, Alaska is a cold place, and it was a cold place to live. But people still live there. So Alaska is up to the north. So remember, if you're going up to the north, the colder it gets. The more colder it will get. Now, let's go to the road that we will need to go on when we want to visit Alaska. This is the road we need to travel on when we want to visit Alaska, and it took you 23 hours to drive on this road to get to Alaska. So it was nearly a whole day to driving in the car. So it took really long to take to Alaska. But in Alaska, they have sled dogs, and maybe people don't use sled dogs now, but some people still did. And they have a special race in Alaska. They use their sled dogs in this race, and it was really very long race, and it took the run the sled up, and this master take a long time. And now we have a picture of the picture of Alaska here, and this place is called Denali National Park. Now, Alaska is special because they got really long nights and really short days in the winter, where it was winter, and in the summer it was the opposite. They got really long day and they got really short nights in summer. So that's because they are almost to the top of the world. To the top of the world. Now we want to look to Hawaii again, and if you want to travel to Hawaii, you can't drive on a car now. You need to get on a boat or on an airplane to get to Hawaii, because it was in the middle of the largest ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Now, if you want to travel from Alaska to Hawaii, you need to get on an airplane or a boat. Now, we want to start from Alaska, and we are going to start in a place in the Denali National Park, and we want to travel across the Pacific Ocean to Hawaii. Now, the first thing. Now, if you get out a boat or an airplane, then so it's going to be right after you get out a boat or an airplane, something might put on your neck. It is a necklace. It's called a lei, and a lei is actually a necklace made of flower. So if you travel to Hawaii, the lei will might put on your neck, might put around your neck. And in Hawaii there is a lot of flowers in there, and there's a lot of beaches because Hawaii is an island, and an island is completely surrounded by water, and is completely surrounded by water. And when people get here, I'm going to say a word, aloha. Aloha means both hello or goodbye. But now we are going to say aloha for hello when we first visit this place. Now, you've heard of Hawaii before, right? And it was very warm in here then, and there is a lot of volcanoes. Volcano is actually a mountain with hot burning rocks and lavas going out of the volcanoes. So actually, the sand of Hawaii is the volcano's rock. And in Hawaii there is a lot of volcanoes, and Hawaii is formed by volcanoes. And actually Hawaii is 113 islands that made Hawaii. So, if you travel to Hawaii, there is a really special instrument. It calls a hallelujah, and Honolulu made music. And Honolulu made music. So now I'm going to say hello, aloha, aloha for goodbye. But before we say goodbye, I'm going to ask you a few questions. What is the weather like in Alaska? That's right, it was really cold. And what is Hawaii? That's right, Hawaii is an island. So this is the end of our lesson. We see you next time. Bye.